Uh, the day has finally happened. I did not think it would happen this early in this podcast, but episode 11 will go down in infamy as the Crash Out podcast. An underestimated aspect of doing this podcast would be when I absolutely hate football so much. And I have to come on a podcast and talk about football for an hour. Let me give you the context. My fantasy season, I start out 2-6. My draft was horrible. I finally am in a position to even out, go 6-6. I'm up 15.94 points on someone. And all they have left is Cameron Dicker. And who gets 16 points? Who kicks an extra point at the end of the game? Ruins my chance at the playoffs. I literally wanted to cry. I was so mad. And I'm just angry. So this is gonna be a full-on rant podcast. This is gonna be me just so angry. I'm so heated, it's freezing outside. I open the window just to make myself more angry. It's so ridiculous. Like the refs, all the penalties on 4th down, you couldn't just get off the field. You couldn't just get off the field. Dude, I'm just so, oh my gosh, dude. How am I going to be when the Vikings lose? Inevitably. When they lose a big game, how am I going to be? Probably less disappointed. I lost by 0.06 points against someone who doesn't even care about fantasy. They don't even care. And it makes me so mad. And it's with my family. And I just see all these screenshots they're sending and talking about, oh, yeah, I'm going to make the playoffs. I'm so mad. To lose in that fashion makes me so angry. I'm just, ugh. God bless my wife for actually dealing with me. Because somebody has to. I'm just going to sit here and drink Diet Coke. And just right in your ear. I don't even care. Brie Larson's trending. I'm going to hop on X and complain. Brie Larson. Oh, they're talking about her haircut. What else do you expect from a actress? Like, what else do you expect? Like the short haircut? Like, that's what you're going to get. And I'm going to stop there because I want to keep my real life job. I hope this doesn't come back to haunt me yeah. There's plenty I could say. Can I think of anything worse than actresses? Like, name one actress that you'd think you'd like. You know? I went and saw Wicked during Thursday Night Football, which means I'm obviously a great husband. And I didn't complain about it or mention that Thursday Night Football was on at all. The whole time. And Wicked wasn't bad. I get why people like the musical. It's an interesting twist on The Wizard of Oz. But then you see the two who are in it. Oh my gosh. Like, seeing interviews of them, they're just ridiculous people. It was like on my YouTube shorts. And they're like, Cynthia, what does Ariana like to do in her free time? Well, she likes making delicious vegan treats and blah, 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 blah. Oh, my gosh. It literally makes me want to throw up. I'm so sick of vegans. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, bro. Go freaking live on a broccoli farm. Go eat broccoli or do something. Get away. I'm so done, dude. This lady's 37 years old playing like a college student. She's the Wicked Witch. And obviously, they tried to make like racial tension in the movie for no reason. Like in the original Wicked, is the lady actually black? Probably not. Wicked original. The Wicked musical. Yeah, it was in Broadway in 2003. Original Wicked Broadway cast. Okay, yeah. The lady's a white lady. The Wicked lady. And I'm pretty sure, okay, The Wizard of Oz. Like, why you always gotta do this? Every single time. Why? Dude, these people are so racist. It's not even funny. Like, think about how patronizing you must think of people of color. To sit here and just like, oh, we got to put him in a movie. Oh, we got to make him an actress or a lead actress. Like, dude, just it's so patronizing. Wicked Witch of the original Wizard of Oz, Margaret Hamilton. That's a white lady. She was born in Ohio. Like, she was an actress and a school teacher. Meanwhile, you got Cynthia Erivo, who's like a 37-year-old lady with like the ego on this lady. She looks like a peacock. It's ridiculous. I'm so sick of watching these people. And like, yeah, it was a good movie. Cool. She did a good job. I don't know. Again, like I said, this is the Crash Out podcast. I'm just over it. I'm over it. Everyone's saying Brie Larson's going to turn into Ellie Page, whatever the name is. Oh my gosh, dude. The short haircut is just ugh. Ugh. Like, bro, Brie Larson seems like the most like just seems like the worst person you could ever like talk to. Ever. And I think there was this one movie where I saw her and she was like the love interest in like a high school movie, and it wasn't 21 Jump Street. It was like a really long time ago. I want to see it was like when I was in high school. I want to pull this up. Like, the point that I'm trying to make is that she wants to go from like that to whatever the heck is going on now. You know? Might have been when I was in middle school. She was in The Spectacular Now. I don't know. I don't know what movie it is. I don't care anymore. We got the clicking in the background again. I don't know. I don't know if you want to see the podcast after the Vikings inevitably lose in the playoffs. Not fun. Wow. Andrew Cuomo is going to run for New York City mayor. Oh my gosh. It's a clown world. We're just living in it. I am one of the clowns for sure. I'm in that clown car, but we are in a clown world. Like, what upside down world do we live in where the Lions are like the best team in the NFL? I feel like I'm living in a dream. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay. The Wicked press tour is all over my feed, and the Ariana and this lady are sitting there holding hands. They're so pretentious. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Oh my gosh. I just want ugh. Thank God. Thank God Trump won. I have family members who just hate him, and I don't care. They're idiots. They don't know anything about how politics actually works. I'm sorry, but they are. They definitely are. Like I I don't know. Like, when you're trying to bring a country together so obviously, and another side just like totally slanders everybody and lies about everybody so abhorrently, it's just, you can't sit here and talk about, oh well, we need to bring the two sides together. They are literally making crimes against humanity. And like, at what point does it stop? We are like on the brink of nuclear war. We seriously are. And we're talking about fantasy football. Which you need like another way to, I mean, you need a way to just go on with your life. There's nothing you can really do about it. But yikes. Just yikes. Just yikes. Taking another sip of Diet Coke. I wonder if I can handle my emotions better than Brian Daboll. I think I'm still doing a good job. I haven't turned red. Looking in the mirror, I can, I got my phone camera out. I'm not red. I'm doing better than Brian Daboll. How's he doing? How's our buddy Brian Daboll doing? I'm surprised they still have their jobs. Brian Daboll had to talk with Malik Neighbors following his comments about giving him the ball like down 30-0. Yeah. Like, Malik, it's not going to change. I think you're a little overhyped, but I think you have the potential to be a really great wide receiver. You have Hall of Fame level potential. You really do. But it's just not, I mean, it's not going to be good for you. This is how mad I was last night. I worked out. That's how you know I was mad. I actually did chores and worked out. I was so mad at everything that I'm like, I better just do something. Like, I literally didn't know what to do with myself. I got home at like 11:30 last night from work, and I just did chores and worked out and tried to go to sleep. I was so angry. Like, I'm such an overthinker. It's hard for me to just like sleep, especially by myself. And like, I'm just realizing like, you're either an overthinker or you're not, like, in a lot of ways. Like, sometimes I'm just going to have a hard time sleeping. And I usually need to like verbally process things. And God bless my wife for being the one to listen to that. I just like, I can't even think about football right now. It's so difficult. I literally deleted my fantasy app. I just deleted it. I was so angry. I was primed and set up well for a playoff run. I'm like, as long as I just got to win this game, I'm up almost 16 points. All she has left is her kicker. And I was nervous too. And I was like, I was like, that game, Chargers, Ravens, it seems like there's going to be a lot of field goals. Seems like there's going to be a lot. And unless I'm up like 20 points, I'm not going to feel super comfortable. And what happened? I was up not even 16 points, and look what happened. I lost by .06 points. Makes me really question why I even play fantasy. Is it really even good for me? It makes me so mad. I invest so much time into football, and it makes me feel like I literally have a football podcast, and I can't even win in fantasy. Like, who do I think I am? Who do I think I am? Ugh, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. Michelle is trending on X. Is it Michelle Obama? I would assume. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just talk about college football. Let's just talk about college football. Goodness gracious. 2025 draft rankings. NFL draft rankings. Let's just think about next year. I literally want to cry, bro. Okay, Travis Hunter is obviously like one of the best players in football, in college football. Now, yawning. Another sip of Diet Coke. Here we go. This is my version of crashing out. I'm literally yawning. Ugh. Yeah, Travis Hunter. Okay. 6'1", 185 pounds is pretty skinny. I will say. That is pretty skinny. Because I'm going to pull up. Even for a corner, I mean, like, that's not going to be good. Right? 2024 draft evaluations. I'm pulling up my last ones. Because, yeah, like, pulling up the wide receivers here. My computer is just something else. Okay. Keon Coleman, 6'4", 216. Malik Neighbors, 6 foot 200 pounds. Roman Dunze, 6'3", 216. Marvin Harrison, 6'4", 205. Yeah, Adonai Mitchell, 6'4", 196. Yeah, that's really slim. Brian Thomas, 6'4", 205. Like, 6'1". Okay, Roman Wilson is 6 foot 192. And Travis Hunter is 6'1", 185 pounds. Like, that's small, man. That's really small. You know? I don't know. Why don't I pull up some film? I'm going to pull up some film. So because I wish I had access to all 22 college film. That'd be cool. Brie Larson, get off my screen. Cynthia Erivo, get off my screen. Travis Hunter versus 2024. Yikes, do they really not have that much? Okay, let's just pull up highlights versus Colorado State. We're going to react to these. I remember hearing, like, and I know this isn't the best podcast, but I remember hearing, like, someone giving advice to someone who started a podcast. I think it was PBD podcast, and they're like, they said to him, like, you really want to go into content? He's like, they always run out of content. It's like, how could you run out of content? There's so many things you could talk about, especially in sports and politics and just life and faith and family, all these things that I enjoy. There's so many things you could talk about. Okay. Travis Hunter versus Colorado State. They're saying he should be a corner. The route, the comeback route or the curl route was kind of weak. It wasn't terrible, but the footwork wasn't great. Okay, we're on defense now. He kind of got beat. Yeah, he literally got beat. And the ball was just thrown bad. Like, if he puts that in the right spot, Travis is beat. Okay, we're 2 plays in. I'm not super impressed. But again, think about it. Like, this is supposed to be, like, the next generational talent. So that's what we got to measure it on. Okay? Literally, it's a curl route. He does nothing. Like, they're off him like 10 yards. They're playing zone like 10 yards off him. He just takes a few steps and stops. Okay, makes a guy miss. Yeah, he's a good athlete. Okay. All right. He's covering someone on a crossing route. Did a good job. That's just pure speed. He looks lankier than 6'1". He definitely looks bigger. Or at least taller. Actually, no, he doesn't look taller. It's just his arms are so long. That's a big part of it. Okay. It's on the bottom of my screen. His route running's weak, bro. It's weak. He's just good after the catch. Okay? Like, the dude's literally just jogging around. Okay. Here we go again. He's on offense. He's wide receiver. Okay. He was open on a comeback, but I want to see the route a little more here. Okay. Okay, I didn't get to see it as much, but okay, he's open. Comeback route, I'll give it to him. We'll say he ran a good route. Yeah, I just don't see it. This is all like really gimmicky. Like you ain't like, do I doubt that he can make plays once he has the ball in his hand? No, I don't doubt that. But actually playing wide receiver and getting open and like being a starting wide receiver, I don't know, definitely not. At least from what I've seen so far. Okay. Guy throws across his body on Colorado State. Running to the right when his receiver's running to the left. Travis just cuts off the route. Okay. I just like, he is very talented. I just wonder if he's going to the SEC and doing this kind of stuff. You know? Here goes Diet Coke again. Deion Sanders is like probably one of the fakest people I've probably ever seen. Dude's so fake. I don't care what anybody says. He talks about he's all about this respect and all that. Yeah. I don't know if I buy it. Do I think he's a bad guy? No. But just like the way he talks is just so ugh. And I know someone who like really loves him, and it makes sense that they love them. It definitely makes sense. Okay, we got Travis Hunter versus North Dakota State. Okay. Travis Hunter, North Dakota State. Let's see it. Because this is what we do when NFL football hurts us badly and we're just so angry we don't want to talk about it. We go to college. We go back to hope. We go back to potential. Okay, this is not highlights. This is just Travis Hunter talking to people. Okay, one-handed catch, okay. T.O.'s there. There's no way T.O. thinks he can play wide receiver. There's no way. Again, yeah, comeback route, catches it, makes a guy miss, outruns another guy, touchdown. Yes, he's super talented. But again, North Dakota State, like, you're not, okay, we got more of a bird's eye view angle here. Okay, he's playing it against what looks to be like cover 3, has a comeback route, makes a guy miss, makes another guy miss, outruns people. Okay, yes, super talented. Punt returner, kind of level, really talented at making guys miss. Yes. Okay, we're on defense now. Not a bad tackle. Not a bad tackle. But again, I don't know. Like, I don't think talent, like physical talent always, I think people try to equate physical talent too much with wide receivers or even running backs. There is more to the positions. Like, there's a reason I didn't have Malik Nabers as high, because you could just tell there's certain aspects of the position that he wasn't doing. He didn't understand, leverage as much. He didn't understand the intricacies of route running as much. You could tell. A lot of it was just gimmicky. Okay, there's a push-off. Travis Hunter, they didn't call it. Obvious push-off. I think he's just more talented than everybody. Now, we'll do more of a breakdown as we get closer to the draft, obviously. But, yeah, I don't know. Travis Hunter playing both ways. At least starting both ways. Definitely not from what I've seen. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay, Ashton Jeanty. How do you say it? I don't really care. Ashton Jeanty versus 2024. You can tell Travis is so mad that he might take over his Heisman. Okay, Ashton Jeanty versus Oregon. Let's see it. We got an ad. We have a lovely couple. Oh, the husband drops the things. Couldn't get them in the car. Now his wife's donating plasma to save money. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing. This is sponsored by CSL Plasma. Okay, now we have a Best Buy ad with a holographic, like, black dude that I feel like we should know, but I don't know who that is. Okay? Ashton Jeanty just be, like, standing up, straight up before he runs. He doesn't even, like, get in an athletic position. He just stands up straight. Okay? He has a pretty good frame. His lower body looks maybe a little slim, like his legs, but his thighs are like somewhat big, which, okay, this sounds a little weird that I'm talking about another dude's thighs, but at the end of the day, you need a good base as a running back or you're going to get hurt. You're going to sprain your ankles. You're going to take a lot of hits to the shins, like a lot of these kind of things. He has more power than I originally thought. First reactions again, okay. They run a lot of inside zone kind of stuff, as most colleges do. Okay, he's running out of the eye. He has good, like, cutting speed. He cut it out. He's doing the Macarena now, which is always a good time. That Boise State blue field has always been iconic. I know I'm not even watching it right now, but Okay, so he's in the I. They're trying to run it like in the B gap, and he cuts it out to like the C or D gap. Okay, makes a big defensive tackle miss. Hits someone over. Wow, dude. This guy's good. I mean, I'm sure as all of you know. But this is... I mean, I'd like to see his vision a little more, but even off talent, he looks better than most of the running backs, if not all of them from last year. He definitely has good balance. Okay, screen pass to him. Open field. Kind of stumbles, gets a good amount of yards here. See, inside zone again. Has like pretty decent vision. You know, it's nothing like Joe Mixon from what I've seen. He's not a very patient running back. He's definitely a hard-nosed running back with a lot of talent. He does have some patience, and it's mainly his ability to cut outside. That's where his patience comes from. If he's not going to go hard-nosed straight down the middle, he's going to cut it outside. He has home run speed. He's burning out Oregon, which I think at this point of this recording, they're number 1 in the nation. And this game, they were number 7. He houses it. Yeah, this guy's legit. He definitely reminds me of like Aaron Jones, but with a little power. He's definitely bigger than Aaron Jones. But he's got that home run speed, that cutting ability. Definitely someone you want on your team. Now it's just a matter of like how many carries can he handle in the NFL. You know, he can take hits. It's pretty obvious. He can take hits. The standing up straight thing keeps getting me. It's funny. I've never seen a running back just stand up straight like that. It's so funny. Maybe it allows him to be more patient, or it makes him be more patient. He definitely has good balance. He can bounce off tackles. He seems to protect the ball well. He's always got 2 arms, 2 hands on the ball when he's taking hits. I haven't seen much. Maybe this is just like highlights, but I haven't seen much on the pass protection. Okay, that's first reaction to Ashton Genty, however you say it. Shedeur, I don't even want to get started on him. I don't even want to talk about it because I feel like it's just so overrated, but we'll see how it goes. Let's check out Cam Ward because that's a name I keep seeing, and I'm definitely, it piques my interest. I'm going to take another sip of Diet Coke for the greatest podcast ever today. I don't know how people do it. How do you like just suffer terrible losses and then get on TV? And just like your team is terrible and you just get on TV. I don't know. Maybe people are just like more mature than me. That's definitely a possibility. Okay, we're going to watch Cam Ward throw versus Duke. I think I'm just learning about myself that the draft is my football comfort zone because when I'm hurt by the Vikings or my fantasy, I just go, you know, we're back to hope. We're back to potential again. And I guess I already said this. All right, Diet Coke sip. Okay. He seems tall and big in the pocket. His throwing release looks kind of weird. He's doing the lame clapping that college quarterbacks do. He looks like an all-arm thrower. His pocket, like footwork, is not it. Super slow in his footwork. At least he went. Okay, so he went through his progression. He went to the right, all the way to the left side of the field. But I think that was only 2 reads. Okay, definitely can just flick the ball with his wrist. I don't love the motion. It looks like it's all arm. And he has the arm strength to do it, but it's like you're going to have inaccuracy problems. He doesn't ever look like he's putting his body into it. Yeah, ever. It's weird. It's like a side throw, low release though, but no body into it. Like and I get like the media's like, oh yeah, look at the sidearm throw, look at this. But like when all your throws are like that, like Mahomes, not all of his throws are like that. You can see him put his body into it. He's flexible. He has torque. This guy's all arm. And he got lucky and he threw it to Xavier Restrepo. And he almost threw a pick. Okay. Okay, gets batted down. I have a feeling he's gonna see a lot of balls get batted down. And this is just first reactions again. I typically watch about 3 games per player. Definitely has the ability to just rifle it in. How old is this kid? And I say kid because I'm 25, and if he's my age or older than me, he's going to drop. Okay, he's 22. Drop in my rankings. Okay, he's 22. All right. Not super old. Not super young. Okay. Definitely a big... He looks big. What are his measurables? What does this say? This says he's 6'2", 223. Okay, so he's a bigger quarterback. Runs a 4.87. He just looks slow. I mean, he can scramble a little bit. You can tell, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see here. Overthrows a guy. He like on a deep ball down the sideline because he doesn't have touch on it. Yeah, there it is again. He's just rifling it in with his arm. And the biggest difference between the NFL and college is that everybody's talented in the NFL. You have to be like a professional and you have to be a freak about the craft of it and the technique. You can't rely just on your physical ability unless you are like a generational talent. And even then, it doesn't always happen for you. Okay, he's a good scrambler. Okay. He's running down the sideline. He finally puts all of his body into it. He has more touch, but he throws it out of bounds. Okay, he takes the check down. Smart. He's got a hot, he's hot. And he throws it to the check down the swing route. Oh, dude, I'm so sick of all the clapping in college football. Might as well just be in the stands with all that clapping. Okay, has pretty good acceleration. He just took on a safety. Okay, he's a big dude. Dude, I'm so sick of the clapping. Okay. Backing up. Pocket presence is just terrible. No sense of comfort. He does not look comfortable in the pocket at all. He looks like he's freaking out. I also realize I usually like write down notes as I'm watching stuff. And what I'm realizing is that maybe I just sound more dramatic. Watch me give this guy like a first round grade. And I'm just like, he's terrible. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as time goes on. Usually during the year, the rankings of especially quarterbacks are way higher. And then you get into the process and you realize it's like, oh, no. Just because a team's like doing well does not mean the players are actually the best. I mean, take it for the NFL. Look at the NFL. Okay. Lacks touch on the ball. He's just trying to he's trying to throw everything on a rope. And that's not how it works. Like, there's a reason that the slant works for him every time. It's because that's the only ball he doesn't have to put touch on. In the NFL, you're not going to have those. You're just not going to have those. Slant route, again, perfect throw. Slants are his go-to. And that's just not going to happen in the NFL. Okay, ball down the sideline. Good touch on it this time. Again, thrown on a rope again. It was a little more of a back shoulder throw, but hey, we'll take it. It's something other than a slant. Sidearm throw again. Okay, drills it in there in the red zone. He might be a better red zone quarterback than most because he can just beam it in there on a rope. Or he can run it like he just did. I'm watching. He just takes it up the A gap from the shotgun and just runs it right in. He's big enough. Okay, he's about to get sacked, and he just throws a slant and completes it. But that's going to be a pick in the NFL. It's not going to go well for him. Okay, I've seen Jimmy Garoppolo. He's basically Jimmy Garoppolo with like 70% of Josh Allen's running ability. This is what it looks like so far. Yeah, everything's a sidearm. It's all arm. And that's what happens. That's how you miss Emmanuel Sanders wide open down the seam to win the game in the Super Bowl. Okay, well, of course, right as I say that, he hits a seam route for a touchdown. That's funny. But again, on a rope. And you know, I know not every throw, like, there are going to be a lot of throws that he can make like this, and that's good. But, like, you have to be able to hit them all. Like, I didn't doubt Michael Penix could make any throw last year. He could make every single throw. And he has running ability. He just decided to stop running because he kept getting hurt. But he was also older, and I still give him like a top 10 grade. Okay, running ability. He's literally backed up 30 yards at this point. He tries to throw it across his body, literally from the right sideline to the left hash. Yikes. Yeah. Okay, someone breaks loose on a slant route. Obviously, this team is just more talented than Duke. Yeah. Again, sidearm throw, screen pass. Yeah, it's I don't know how I feel about this kid. This is your guy. I don't even know if he's as good as Shedeur from what I've seen. We'll see, but let's watch Quinn Ewers. Some more quarterbacks. Diet Coke again. All right, this is going to be Quinn Ewers versus Michigan. Oh, this podcast is meh. But you know what? I made a commitment. I'm going to do it 5 days a week. I don't care. It's going to happen. I've got to do it. Even when I absolutely hate football. And we're talking about college on November 26th. But we're talking about the draft on November 26th because this is what happens. It's literally noon on a Tuesday. I got to be to work in like 45 minutes. Just drinking Diet Coke, talking about college football. Okay, Quinn Ewers with the clapping. Ugh, that clapping annoys me. Throws it to absolutely nobody on a trick play that doesn't work. Okay. He's got decent pocket presence and awareness. Good throw. Had touch on it. Hit it right between the safety and the corner on like what looked like cover two. He's definitely a smaller quarterback. He looks small. He looks really small. I'm not surprised that he gets hurt as much as he does. Throws it away. Kind of looks scared. Okay, got some mobility. Okay, can cut it up. His base and his size definitely does concern me. What are his measurables? Quinn Ewers, my man. What are your measurables? Wow, he's not even top 12 for these people. NFLDraftBuzz.com is a cool looking website, I will say. Okay, so position ranking 3, overall ranking, they have him at 40. Okay. Um, he's 6'2", 210, which isn't uncommon for like today's quarterbacks. That's not super small. But I mean, I guess I just watched Cam Ward, so maybe that's why he looks small. But I can definitely see like there's definitely different ways to weigh certain weights. You know, you can be a 210 and be built a certain way, but he doesn't look like his lower body is looks just like a normal dude's. And the injuries definitely could be a thing. He just looks like a very slim guy. Definitely knows how to play quarterback well. You can tell like he's hitting like every throw that is actually a reasonable throw that can get off is on the money. Even running to the right, hitting a guy in the end zone on the money. Has good timing, has good release, is accurate. He has torque when he's throwing. It's not all arm. He gets the ball out really quick. He does have a really quick release, which is good. He can just throw it with his arm. He doesn't look to have like a lot of arm strength, but he can get the job done for sure. Okay. Set his guy up bad on the out route from his running back. Definitely is very decisive. I wonder how many like reads he's going through. You can tell he's processing things quickly. Sometimes he's a little quick to run, but when he does run, he can, and he tries to get upfield. He's not scrambling like a million yards backwards. I mean, at this point in the game, he's 11 for 15, 120 and a touchdown. He's an efficient quarterback. Can like as he's kind of dropping backwards, he's just hitting the wheel route to the right. He's creating space for himself to make the throw. I'm not seeing a lot of like it doesn't look like he's making a lot of reads all the time. It is college, I get that. Okay, it's getting a little messy for him when the pressure's coming. I think the pressure really, really bothers him. That's the scary part. Sidearm throw, kind of no look on a slant. Really talented throw right there. Really good. Definitely not the worst potential first round quarterback I've seen coming out the past few years. Definitely not terrible. Smart. Throws it away a lot. You can tell he's like a part of a winning team. Because, I mean, he's making all the right decisions. You can't sit here and tell me that a football coach isn't going to love having him as a quarterback. Now it's just a matter of like physical talent and ability to stay healthy. Or like I don't want to say specimen, that's weird. Like just his, how athletic he is, like his body, like how he's built. That's kind of the concern. I'm trying to think of who he reminds me of. The body type is kind of like a Zach Wilson. I'm not saying he is Zach Wilson, but like his body type just isn't big. And like the ball is not it's not zipping off his hand. Like it's not bad, but it's definitely not the best I've seen. He definitely throws a catchable ball. It looks good. It's accurate, and he's not Brett Favring it at everybody, you know. But yeah, Quinn Ewers with the deep ball. Okay, pretty accurate throw. Is just good coverage. I mean, every throw is just on the money. Good timing. Dude knows how to play quarterback. I mean, obviously, this is just one game, but this is against Michigan. And I know that they got Arch Manning behind him, so that's going to be hard to avoid. But yeah, I mean, I don't. It's hard to believe that he wouldn't be a first round quarterback. Not saying he'd be like top five, but definitely not bad. I just hope to God he doesn't have to go to the Giants. Yeah, he kind of gives up too easily when the play breaks down. I mean, it's the smart thing to do. It just makes. He kind of reminds me of Purdy. Now that I think about it, I don't think his base is as big as Purdy. He looks like slimmer, but he kind of reminds me of how Purdy plays. And, teams are going to definitely value that. Especially, like, say you have a really talented team that's, like, drafting around the middle of the draft or 10 or after, and you just really all you need is a young quarterback to not, and you don't have to pay someone a lot of money, he can come in pretty quickly. I could see that. I mean, the Cowboys, I think the Cowboys, because I've talked about it, but I mean, there might not be the most talented team that he'd want to go to, or you'd want him to go to. But yeah, let's check out Jalen Milroe. I don't know why do I always want to say Jalen Monroe? I don't know why that is. Okay, we're not gonna watch this whole thing, but okay, we'll watch Wisconsin. See how he is against Wisconsin, because I know he's someone who's in it. Ugh. And T-Mobile ad was Zach Braff and the other guy. Oh, is it Cuba Gooding? Is that him? Never really liked Scrubs. My dad loves Scrubs, but I'm not a big Scrubs guy. Yeah, not a big Scrubs guy. It was just kind of weird show, you know? Definitely just kind of a weird show. All right, okay, it's coming up here. Hold on, Diet Coke sip. All right, let's see it. Why do these videos always start at like 240 quality? That's what I don't get. Okay, Jalen Milroe, weird mechanics already. Makes a great throw. Corner route to the end zone. Okay. I think it was to Ryan Williams, whatever his name is. Dude's already got painted nails. Come on. I saw that interview. Ugh. Okay, he's kind of got a J.J. McCarthy build. He definitely looks athletic. He's a little slim, like knees down. He makes reads better than I thought. Okay, not bad. Footwork. Not bad. Not great either, but not bad. Running ability is definitely really good. You can see that already. How about Bill O'Brien telling him he's never going to be a quarterback? Isn't that hilarious? I hope he ends up so good. I hope he ends up being so good. Okay, footwork's a little slow. Not terrible, though. Definitely seen worse college football quarterback footwork. Okay, he takes the read option. He's a patient runner. He has vision. He has power. Yeah, that's scary. Okay. Okay, read option again. He gives it. That's going to help. Just having the read option is going to help him a lot as like a rookie. He's definitely bigger than Jaden Daniels. He definitely is. He looks built like a... What is he built like? He's built like an ex-receiver. Not like a former receiver, but an ex-wide receiver, like your main wide receiver. Drops a dime to Ryan Williams in what looks to be, I mean, at least cover one. Drops it in a bucket between the corner and the safety, down the sideline. Okay, let's see this play again. Okay, shotgun. They're blitzing. He stays calm, rifles it in there. The torque on his throws isn't the best. It is a little just arm. But wow, yeah, that was a dime. Let's see the footwork a little closer. Okay. Okay, torque's not terrible. He's kind of like he pushes it, but as he's pushing it, he just twists his body just a little bit when really he should be throwing through it. But he's a little bit of a pusher when he throws. You can tell he doesn't really trust his arm or like his mechanics a little more. So he definitely needs to work on them. But let's see, how old is this kid? Jalen Milroe, where are you at? Okay, he's 6'2", 225. You can see that. I mean, he probably looks bigger in person than you may think. Jalen Milroe's 21. Okay, already he looks like a better quarterback than Quinn Ewers and Cam Ward. At least with more. He's definitely better than Cam Ward for what it looks like. And Quinn Ewers, he may not be a better quarterback, but he definitely has a better upside from what I see. Just bursts. Yeah, he's not super shifty. He has a little bit of shiftiness to him, but a lot of it is power and acceleration in his running. Yeah, he's kind of like a wide receiver 1 build and athleticism playing quarterback, which is really interesting as a prospect. Really interesting. Yeah. I mean, 6'2", 225, that's a big receiver, but yeah, that's kind of looks like a wide receiver playing quarterback. Again, he pushes the ball a little bit, and you can see that's why, like, his arm strength, like, the ball's just not zipping. It's not, like, it's just not, like, popping out of his hand. It's pushed. He's kind of Phillip Riversing it. But, I mean, if you can get the ball there, I guess, but you can just see, like, on those, like, comeback routes or just curls, like, you can see the wide receivers are waiting just a little bit longer than they probably should. So then he might need to work. Like, if he can't fix the throwing power aspect of it, then he needs to fix the timing. Because if he's going to react that way and then zip it from there, then he's got to get it out faster or get it out like in a way that can zip faster, or he's got to get the ball out actually before the guy's coming. He's got to improve his timing or coming before the receiver's coming back. He definitely has that read option ability. He's got speed and acceleration and power. It's not so much shiftiness and agility like Lamar or even Jaden Daniels a little bit. But, yeah, he's a fun quarterback. He's going to be fun to scout when he comes out. Kind of setting up his guy for a bad tackle. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't. Okay, at this point, I'd probably take Jalen Milroe over Quinn Ewers and Cam Ward. But we have to see. We've got to see Shedeur. We also have, are there any other quarterbacks that I've heard of before? At least could be in the conversation. Garrett Nussmeier, Carson Beck I've heard of. Dylan Gabriel I've heard of. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jackson Dart, I just saw an interview with him. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I think Jalen Milroe over Cam Ward and Quinn Ewers at this point. But again, we'll have our official rankings in the off season. This has been the Take What You Can cross. Oh my gosh, this needs to be done. This has been the Take What You Can Crash Out podcast where we talk about college football when we're angry at NFL football. And this is literally like 2 days before Thanksgiving. Even though I am angry and I don't want to talk anymore, don't forget that Jesus loves you. Cameron Dicker does not love you. Yeah, have a great day. This has been the Crash Out podcast. Take what you can. See you later.